Hello, Egypt. Hello, North Coast. Welcome, everyone. I know there are people here from all over the world. And it's really nice to be able to come back to Egypt once again. And especially on the North Coast. It's quite beautiful here. And I know we're having a late start, but we had to wait for everyone to come in. But who amongst you has stayed up all night and watched the sun rise over the infinite blue Mediterranean Ocean? Let's have fun. We're gonna have fun. I'm in a great mood. It feels, what they've done, everything is in white and blue. It looks like I am, you know, if I took a swim and I went straight north and a little bit to the west, I would end up at the place in southern Greece where I grew up in, Kalamata. It's right there, straight up. And they painted the buildings white, and it looks like Mykonos. They made everything. Thank you. I'm at home. I'm here, I'm at home. Egypt's my home. I love it. I love it. You came from Lebanon too, I can actually hear that. We just came. Good, welcome. We were just there. Awesome. All right, we have plenty of time to talk, so let's play some music now. I'm just going to play a lot of music for you. Nice. Then I continue. This next one, there hasn't been a single concert that I have done in my life where I've not performed this next piece of music. It was written for the woman that taught me unconditional love. Yeah. Her name was Felita, and Felita was my mother. Hopefully it's not too right now. YANNI Deutsch on violin. And Gabriel Vivas on